Okay, today we are going to talk about identifying angle relationships and solving for missing angles. So here you see a figure and we have angle 1 and angle 2 marked. Then we need to select all of the relationships that apply. So this problem is actually number 3 on the Google form that you're going to have to do for your assignment in class or at home after you watch this video. So we're going to select all that apply. That means there could potentially be more than one correct answer. So first I'm going to highlight angle 1. I'm going to highlight it yellow just so we can see where it's at, what we're looking at. Angle 2 I'm going to highlight blue. Okay, so now we need to go through each relationship and see if it applies. If it does, we're going to check it. So the first one is adjacent. So remember, two angles are adjacent if they have a common vertex. So if they have the common vertex and a common side. If we look here at angle 1 and angle 2, we see that they do share a common vertex right here. That's the vertex of each angle. And they share a common side, this part that turned green when I highlighted it yellow and blue. So these two angles would be adjacent. Vertical angles, remember vertical angles are congruent and they are across from each other. So if we look angle 1 and angle 2, they are not across from each other, so they are not vertical angles. So we don't want to check that on the Google form. The next one, two angles are complementary if they add up to 90 degrees. So if we want to look here, we want to see, do angle 1 and angle 2 form a right angle? It doesn't look like it. It actually looks like they form a straight line, so they're not going to be complementary. But we said they do form a straight line here. If you look, I'm going to erase this and look at our picture again. If you look, they form a straight line right here. I'm highlighting in pink. So that means that a straight line is how many degrees? 180. So are they going to be supplementary? Yes. Are they going to be a linear pair? Well, do they form a straight line? Yes. So here you actually have three relationships that apply. So you want to make sure you check all three of those. Next, we're going to actually solve for missing angles. So this problem right here, this is number 7 on the Google form you're going to be given for your assignment. So if we look here, we have to figure out first, what is the relationship between these two angles? So what is the relationship between this yellow angle and this green angle? You will see that they're going to form a straight line, which means they are supplementary. They form a linear pair. So they're going to add up to 180 degrees. So we can say, hey, 124 plus whatever x is has to equal 180. And then that's an equation, and you're going to use your algebra skills from last year to solve it. So remember, we want to isolate x and get x on one side of the equation by itself. So to do that, you subtract 124 from each side, and then you get that x is equal to 56. When you enter this into the Google form, you can just write 56. You don't have to type the x equals. So your assignment for today is you need to complete the Thursday Google Form Angle Relationships. It is posted on the classwork section of Google Classroom under the Week 3 header. You need to get an 80% or above on the form to earn full credit. So if you complete the Google form and you do not get an 80% or better on your first try, you want to submit it again. Redo the assignment and submit it again. You need to get 80% or better in order to get full credit on the assignment.